Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick Haul O'Clock with two packages, one that I've bought from bricklink.com and a much more exciting one from one of you. Right, well let's make a start, and I'm definitely going to start with the one that's been sent in from Miami, Florida in the United States from Magic City Bricks. So this side looks like it's the easiest to open. So get in here. And what do we got? It's always really exciting, this. I think we've got a letter. I think we've got some packing material. Ooh, we've got all sorts. We've got a little bag of dots, a little bag of tiles, printed tiles. We've got a chicken soup guy in a little house. Must have been a gift with purchase at one point. Lots more, animals in there. Lots of good stuff there. And a little bag with some, useful clear pieces. Some bigger pieces, including a big motorbike and a bush and so on. And some dynamite. And then I think it's more packaging towards the bottom. So let's go on to the letter. Ooh, golly. Very bright indeed. Oh, wow. With some wonderful art. I love that. Oh, you'll have to send me that to my email so I can use that. That looks absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Delivery for our fave YouTuber. Wow, that's really nice. Oh, you'll make me get all teary. Hello, Robin Hood. Thanks for the entertainment and inspiration. I build sets and some mocks. I also run a bricklink store called Magic City Bricks. After seeing some of your videos, I purchased tile 1x4 with black and yellow danger stripes to add to my airport shuttle tracks. Yep, that is one of the best tiles there is out there. I also bought a second 60197, which is what I call the Patreon train, but the more recent passenger train, to make the sleeper car. Oh yeah, that's really good. I'm currently working on a New York City subway mock. So that'll be a bit similar to mine as well. But yeah, really good fun there. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I was watching one of the videos where you opened fan packages. My wife saw it and noticed the farm, and she automatically said, let's send him the chicken suit guy. So I decided to look for some other pieces to add. I hope you can use these items in your city. Keep up the great work. Looking forward to your next video. Love, Henry, Shayla and Maddie. Oh, well, that's a wonderful, lovely letter to receive. I absolutely love the attention you've put into it. It is greatly appreciated. I'll definitely keep that with all the others. Very safe. I do keep all of these. I don't bin them because they mean quite a lot to me, actually. Right, so we've got this guy who I can carefully take out of the box, I think. He should be in a nice little tray in here, and there he is. Very nice indeed. Then we've got wonderful tiles. It's good to hear that you're a fan of tiles as well as just me. I'll keep that safe, put it to one side. So what do we got here? Now there's one I've got on my building site, but I like that one. The caution, unstable area, sort of building warning sign. That's really good. I'm sure I can use that. Oh, wow. Is that valuable? I don't know. It's one of those sort of gaming tables from the Millennium Falcon where they play that game with Chewbacca. But I haven't got one of those. It's on a shield piece, but I'm sure I could use it. I don't know the name. I'm not that brilliant at all the little bits of Star Wars, even though I like it very much. So I don't know what that's called. I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments 1,000 times. But that looks really nice. Have to use that. There's an interesting piece, probably from Nexonites. Good shape, blue. Ooh, there's sort of an engine detail piece like that. And I do know what this is. This is a tile from Ultra Agents because it's got the swirl on from Antimatter. And I think that's from the oil rig one, where he's always sort of secret hideout one, where he's got the portal going, and that's all the details of how he turns ordinary people into evil people, I think. So that's really nice. Got that one, which is from the Lego Movie, detecting relic, cog, letter, all sorts of other good stuff, and a clock. So they're really useful. Then we've got dynamite pieces. I was thinking of using tons of these to sort of wrap around all the legs of one of my rail bridges to suggest that somebody evil was up to no good trying to blow the thing up. I never did it, and maybe I should. I'm not sure. It seems a bit, I don't know, a bit like a terrorist act, really. So anyway, then we've got two of these clear backpack pieces, neck pieces anyway, that go around the neck, and then you can attach things like jetpacks and stuff to their backs. So I'm sure that might be quite useful as well, actually. Don't know exactly what for, but that'll get my creative juices flowing, I'm sure. So here's the dots. So I don't know much about dots. I've got one set, which is the sort of ones with seashells on, and that might be good for under the sea, whereas this one's one of the more generic packs. I can't see the name on it. Oh, it's just Extra Dot Series 3. So we've got a key, we've got a padlock, we've got a sort of sparkly cloud, a sparkly crystal ball, or I know where that could go, a couple of animals and stuff, but all different bright colours. So yeah, I'll use those, arts and crafts. So we could have some kids doing some drawings or something, BFF. Yeah, maybe at the kids' party. Yeah, so I'm sure I can use all of those. Thank you for that. Then, in here, much more animals. We've got a big old style croc in dark green. I don't think I've got one in dark green. So that's nice. Yeah, really good. We've got a mechanic guy. We'll have to use him around the city. Old school head, of course. Very nice. And then we've got another suited guy, the pig suit guy. So this one I've already got in the city in the stag do, or the bachelor party as you call it in the States. And he's sort of out of view in a way because he's round the corner feeling very ill. Which I think is hilarious. But anyway, that's just the way my mind works. But another one sort of maybe near the farm, maybe selling some pork produce or something like that would definitely be fine, wouldn't it? What I love about this one as well is his little curly tail, which is just adorable. So that's great to have a double of. Some dogs. We've got the original old school dog with a very sort of square face. And I like him in, I think that's reddish brown. It's hard to tell when you haven't got it next to old brown, but I think that's reddish brown. So we've got that one. And a Dalmatian who looks absolutely lovely. Yeah, really like those. I think I've got definitely that one anyway. But yeah, you can always have more than one of everything. And here is another one of these pattern sort of kid type style bricks. I think I've got all sorts now. I've got a butterfly, and have I got an elephant? I've definitely got a lion. So here's a dog one. And I was going to make those into sort of child play features, maybe even in the fairground actually, just for, you know, like a soft play area or something like that. So a dog one will really fit in there. But then again, if I ever do a dog groomers or anything like that, in fact, that would be great for a dog groomer, wouldn't it? As a sign, kind of sticking out the front. Oh, I really like that. I may now have to build a dog groomer. Thanks for that. Cheers. Right, last bag from this package. Got some slopes with police and coast on. Not sure I'm going to want to keep those for that, to be completely honest with you. We've got a roadwork sign. That might be useful, though. And a bush with some flowers skewered onto it. Yeah. I am very aware I need a lot more plant life in my city. Just throw that around. And then we've got a lovely Avengers bike. That looks kind of like it might be sort of ridden by Black Widow or something like that. I don't know too much about the Avengers, as you know, but yeah, it's really nice. I'm going to have some biker gangs. I keep saying that. That's another thing that's sort of in the pipeline to do. And now we've got the wonderful stunt spikes that have come out with a new stunts with a Z line, and I'm definitely planning to get, probably all of those. And then I can have all of those sort of zipping along my desk as well, so that'll be really good fun. But yeah, that looks really nice. And I like the sticker as well, actually. Yeah, cool. So, wow, what a wonderful, I was going to say order then, but gift package from Henry, Shayla and Maddie. Thank you very much indeed for all of those. They are absolutely fabulous. Right, I'm just going to organise these towards the back and we can get on with the package from bricklink.com. Well, I'm sure you'll agree that was a fantastic start, and here's Magic City Bricks' card for their Bricklink store. If you're in the States and you want to buy some bricks, why not use them? So on to the package that I bought from bricklink.com, but in the UK, mainly for postage reasons. And this actually is a bit out of order, really, because usually when I buy things, they sort of enter a bit of a holding pattern, effectively, and I sort of get to them in the order that I ordered them. But this is actually the latest thing that I ordered that's kind of jumped to the front of the queue of packages waiting to be included on brick hauls. And the reason why it's jumped the queue is just because, well, there's some really sort of vital, not very sophisticated parts in a way, but just some very vital parts for things that are currently under development or just been done. So in here should be, for example, that one last chain link piece that I need for my pirate roller coaster, the parts for the Flying Knotsman just to spice it up a bit from your comments, and some gears for fairground rides where I don't have enough and things like that. And lots of people had those very simple parts, so I found the store with the best other really good parts, and as always made a package up. So here we go, let's get into here, and yeah, it's all in one big bag of bubble wrap. Just get rid of the paperwork, which is helpfully in a bag. Okay, so we've got 2 large bags. I'll put that to one side. Wonderful. Looks like a really nice, clean, well organised order. So let's get in the big one first. This might be slightly less amazing pieces, but they're all very useful. So I've got a couple of burps, and this is an old dark grey one, and this one's a bit more interesting, and it's actually a light bluish grey one, which is relatively hard to find actually. So yeah, I'll be able to use both of those under the sea, but I especially liked that one just because I'm not even sure I've got one. Anyway, there we go, that's them. I've got more of these big arch pieces that are usually just a couple of pennies because they're not very useful for most people, but I'm going to use those to hold up my fairground, so that's going to be really good. Now this is an interesting piece. I've used this before on the underside of a train cargo carriage, kind of in between the 2 bogies, and you can add a bit of detail in there, and it's kind of got all the slopes sloping in from all sorts of different angles, so it's really quite useful in that use. So I thought I'd do the same thing again, to be honest, but with a white bottom. Now I won't tell you what the cargo wagon is that's going to have a white bottom. You might be able to guess actually, but yeah, white is very important to its look, so that might give you a little bit of a clue. So this only came with 1 set, so it's relatively hard to get, and this helped me actually choose this vendor, the fact that he had one. This came with 7592 Constructor Buzz from 2010, which is a rather large, fantastic sized actually, Buzz Lightyear, obviously from Toy Story, where it's kind of buried in the middle of the body, so you can't really see it on that picture. Anyway, so yeah, that was a really good buy, and it needs a bit of a clean. Looks a bit sort of grubby, but otherwise it's not faded or anything, so I think that will be fantastic. To infinity and beyond. Then we've got loads and loads of slopes, again for under the sea, just to be sort of sandy hillocks and banks and what have you. So there's loads of those. And similarly, I'm going to tip them out because I'm going to wash them. Loads of small plates as well, so 3 long, 4 long, just to basically add a lot of detail for that sea bottom. So that's why I've got those. So this, therefore, must be the much more interesting bag. Here we go. So I'm going to start with the stickers, which have survived despite not being stiffened. And there should be 2 of the same one, and there is. Now these came in the Ocean Exploration Submarine from 2020, 60264. And I've already been gifted that set actually on one of the recent brick hauls, and I actually bought one myself, but that's no problem whatsoever because I plan to have loads of submarines beezing around. But I wanted yet more stickers from that set, and that's because, well, they're really useful size and shape and pattern really. These ones I'm just going to decorate all sorts of undersea bases sort of with the sort of logo and with these sort of service panels, and more logos and numbers and all sorts. And I can even chop these up and make a 64, a 46, a 4, a 6, 644. You get the idea. So I've got loads of those to play around with. Yeah, because I just figure, especially these ones, sort of on a 2x4 sort of tile or something like that, will look really good, plastered all over the place. And I don't want to spoil too much about what I'm planning for my under the sea base or bases. But yeah, it'll be pretty good, I think. Right, then loads of these pipes, and I haven't got enough yet. And I think I can tell you what these are going to be for. I'm going to use these as some sort of train cargo, basically, kind of as a big sort of fist of them like that, on a flatbed sort of cargo wagon, kind of like that. I do need some more, I think, and I'm going to have to try and straighten them a bit because this one's super bendy. Now, these were used in all sorts of Mindstorm sets, actually, but also in the Technic set 8233, Blue Thunder versus the Stinger from 1998. And that's probably where this one was used, in a very sort of bent position, and that's why it's permanently got this shape. But yeah, I didn't really necessarily want purple, but I just wanted a lot of the same colour. And, well, purple will do. At least it's a colour that isn't sort of featuring heavily on my train already. And they'll just be, like I say, on a flatbed, all in a big heap as some sort of construction material or something like that. And that wagon is going to be another one. It's not the one that will be going to as well. Yes, I've kind of, yeah, it's one of my problems, isn't it? I keep building more and more cargo wagons. Maybe I will get the whole train going the whole loop. I don't know. But whatever I do, I may have to swap some out. I can't stop designing them, essentially. This one's not particularly amazing in detail, and it's just carrying these pipes. But yeah, it is another one. I can't be helped, can I? Right, here is a Crook minifigure, which has a bag, which I probably won't keep on them. But basically, I just need loads more Crooks to run my fairground. And what I really like about this one, and one similar to this, is that they don't have the sort of stripy shirts being so prominent. So this one has got a stripy shirt, and you can see it more on the back there. But it's sort of like it's hidden. So it's sort of suggesting this person is a crook, but they're kind of camouflaging that fact. And that's what I really like about it. So some green sort of workman overalls / dungarees, looking pretty good there with a hammer, is it at the back? Yeah. So I think that's an awesome torso. And it just has the hint that after they've put up the rides, they're up to no good whatsoever. So that's really good to have. And in a similar vein, yep, here we are. I knew I had some more just torsos, though, similar. So we've got a red one here. Very, very much the same, except it's got a paintbrush there. So that's the red sort of equivalent. And that's been on 3 sets, including 60140, Bulldozer Break-In from 2017, where I still absolutely adore that bulldozer. I mean, it's such a good size, because some bulldozers they make are absolutely massive, whereas that one's quite sort of small and compact, and it just looks beautiful. Maybe I should buy the parts just to make it. I'll probably need the sticker for the front as well. But yeah, I absolutely adore that red bulldozer. So that's that top. Oh, I didn't mention what set this green one came from, actually. This was from the Money Transporter set, 60142 from 2017, which I think is a bit of an odd set, actually, because it's called Money Transporter, and then it's got a police van. And the police don't usually transport money. They might be guarding it, but usually it's sort of an independent person, contractor sort of transporting it. Anyway, good nonetheless. Then we've got a couple more Crook bodies. We've got this red kind of plaid shirt, I suppose it is, again with a partially concealed stripy top, and that one's from 60173, Mountain Arrest from 2018, which is a very fun set in my opinion, with a black bear and a kind of mountain man all in his bathtub in his sort of shack, so that's really good fun. And then there's this one, which is a lot more common, but again concealed behind this sort of grey jacket. And that is from 7 sets, including 4438, Robber's Hideout from 2012. And this time it's got a brown bear next to the shack, and a really cool car build, actually. I really like that one. And, well, all these cool Crook sets, I mean, they're all fantastic if you ask me. I mean, you could just have a city where it was absolutely full of crooks committing crimes, which is sort of what I've got, actually, in Brick Nottingham. Far too many baddies, up to no good. But I just can't help myself. They're just so much more fun than other sets. Anyway, 2 more torsos while we're here. Here is the sort of red, I would almost call it like an elf torso, but, it's in Santa's colours rather than the elves. But this is actually from the Series 4 Lawn Gnome. So I don't know why I bought that, really. I think it must have been a good price. It's a bit different. And then I got this torso, which is from the Series 11 Welder. It's a bit hard to see on camera maybe, but it's dark blue sort of overalls as well. Grubby dirt, but not a criminal shirt underneath. And I've got the Welder as well, but I figured that was something that somebody could be wearing, well, pretty much anywhere. Maybe just a visitor to the fairground, because I'm just very aware I'm going to need crowds and crowds of people, and then it's going to be impossible to keep clean. But nonetheless, that is the discipline of having a large city. And then we've got 2 heads. The first one, is from the Series 13 Snake Charmer, and I really liked it for its curly moustache because I want to do a kind of Poirot character, kind of Agatha Christie character for my train, the Flying Knotsman, because I want to have a murder on there, like in the book and film and all the rest of it, Murder on the Orient Express. I want to have sort of a murder on the Flying Knotsman. So I thought that that head was possibly ideal for a Poirot. I do have that head, so I've sort of borrowed it and stolen it to make my Poirot, which I'm going to show you now. Check him out with his grey bowler hat, his dicky bow, and his wonderful smart clothes. And I've put sort of grey gloves on because he always seemed to wear gloves and then sort of take them off very slowly, didn't he, when he was thinking? So there is my Poirot. So I can put this head back where I stole that one from. Yeah, so this wasn't part of the haul, but I think you'll agree, if you know anything about Agatha Christie and Poirot, I think you'll agree he's about right. I did try him with short legs, but he looked a bit too short, to be honest. But anyway, that'll do. Yeah. So then the other head is from Benny. In sets like 70841, Benny's Space Squad from 2019. And, well, I think I might be using this really sort of distressed head for somebody either just got off a ride, maybe, and is having a bad time. That looks very much like it if I angle it like that. He's, oh, God. I think that looks absolutely perfect. So, yeah, that's what those two heads are for. Now here's some vital bits I needed for the fairground. You'll remember from the last one, I'd run out of these gears, so there's 3 more to keep me going. There's some more of these axles with these sort of attachments so you can attach a stud on the end. Figure I'm going to need some of those before too long because I've run out of those. Got a couple of these I was thinking of them as train ladders really, but anyway, they're just ladder modified plates really, in yellow, which I'll probably use on one of these many train builds. I thought that yellow accessories would go well with the purple, so that might be going to that. 1x1 bricks in tan. They are to do something that I'll mention in a minute, which is an amendment to my Flying Knotsman. And then these, which I'm fairly sure I've got one of before, but there were 2 more, and I thought, yeah, they're good. So they're in the trans neon yellow colour, so they'll fluoresce under UV light and they'll look really good. But they look absolutely crazy, don't they? Kind of like space age sort of dishes. They're called Dish 2x2 with angled bar. And they were used on loads of insectoid sets in 1998 and 9, including 6919, Planetary Prowler, which is quite hard to say, lots of P's. And I just thought, because of this weird angle that they're at, that if I used them to mount sort of something much bigger on, something really exotic for under the sea, that basically with it being vertical, the thing that would come off at a sort of pleasing angle. So I thought they could kind of be stem pieces for something really exotic. So yeah, hopefully you can see what I mean there. But yeah, couldn't resist getting 2 of those. Then we've got a great big spinning cutting disc. And I got this really for the sticker. I was thinking of trying out this sticker on the ones of this piece that I've already got. Now, the ones I've got are actually in this sort of pearl dark grey, so they're kind of metally sort of hint to them rather than just light bluish grey. But this sticker, which came on a couple of the Power Miner sets from 2009, like 8708 Cave Crusher, might make it look even better. I mean, they're such a cool range of sets, those Power Miners. They were in my dark ages. I never really even looked at those when they were out new, but I'm definitely tempted to start a collection off. But I thought I could move this sticker using my patented hot tea technique to put it on one of the ones that was on my ride, which was the Turbo Tumbler. So I don't know if orange is going to work on that colour scheme. If it doesn't, then I guess I've got another rusty metal saw blade to use somewhere, maybe even under the sea, attached to the arm of a submarine whizzing around or something. But anyway, that's what that was. Very cheap. And the last thing from that little bag, there are some more little bags, was this. So you may be going, oh no, why has he bought that? Or you may be thinking, well, what is that? Well, it's actually a bracelet. Well before Dots was the range Clickits, and it basically was making small bits of sort of jewellery, mainly aimed at young ladies, I think, hence the sort of width of that bracelet. I could try and get it on, but I don't think it's going to work. I think I'll break it. So, yeah, I mean, I can't even fit it on 3 fingers, really. Anyway, so you'd attach some sort of charm on there and you'd show it off to your friends, and you could obviously change it around and change it about, much like the dots ones. But I've bought this for a very different reason, which I'm not going to share with you just yet, because I do need some other parts for this little sort of build, and I've already got them in another package waiting, but because this one is the last package, then this was actually the last piece I needed. So yeah, it's all topsy-turvy. So I'm going to put this to one side, and then when we do that haul, we'll be able to make a little build using this. And it's going to be a bit tricky because these holes, I don't think they're sort of standard stud. Oh, no, I think they might be actually. Oh, they are. So that's quite good. So it does actually fit on a stud. So that's all right. I didn't know that. But you'll see it's a very sort of interesting shape. Now, I could use it under the sea, but that isn't what the idea is. So anyway, you can have a guess at that if you like. But yeah, very interesting sort of dark trans pink colour like that. Then lots and lots of little pieces. Right, I might just tilt my camera a little bit so we can just see a bit more space at the front. Ah, well, everyone's favourite force there. A sticker for the super secret police. So that one was from the 70808 Super Cycle Chase set from 2014, where it's sort of on that box at the front for the stinger, which I think Americans call a spike strip for puncturing the wheels of a escaping vehicle. I quite like the name Stinger. I think it sounds really sort of I don't know, action-y. Spike strip sounds a bit too descriptive for me. But anyway, one more of those just to move using my, you know how, just to decorate another SSP build that we'll be doing at some point. Then this is another really nice piece. I don't think I've got this before. I've definitely had it on my list for quite a long time. It's not that I'm planning a toll highway or anything, but it's a good sign to have on the side of a road, suggesting one's coming up or something like that. Yeah, so I quite like that. So that's from one set, 8147 Bullet Run, which is a kind of Racers Tiny Turbo set from 2007. And there's some really good stickers in that set. But yeah, I just like that for the sign. So I might put that sort of going off into the distance, maybe on the road that's near the farm that goes off into the wall, suggesting that if you keep going, you're about to hit the highway. That might be a good place for it, mightn't it? So that's that. Some little bits. Here's the missing chain link that I need in brown. That's what I wanted. I got 3 because he had 3. And I thought, well, what if one's a bit broken or something, or I need more than one? So I just got 3, thinking that will definitely be enough. And I'm hoping that I don't need to do any more rides powered by chains now, because I think that will be enough. And then the first of my gold parts, which are actually the first parts I sort of decided I needed quite urgently in order to use on the Flying Knotsman train build. So here's some. We'll see some more in a minute, and then I'll show you what I've got planned for them. So here are the other ones. They're all these 1x1 plates. So effectively what I was going to do is get a 1x1 plate, a 1x1 round brick, and kind of make a sandwich like that, because we wanted a lot more decor around the Leviathan sign that's on the side of our train. And I just thought if I had a little pillar kind of like that, if I try and do it dead on, then you'll see what I mean, and another one on the other side, it just sort of embellish it a little bit more. And I kind of tried that on this side. I didn't have any of the 1x1 round bricks, so I've used 3 of the round plates, and they had 2 of the actual plates. So effectively it'll look, oh golly, I'm just throwing it all around now. So it'll look like, let me grab it, right like that. And I thought that was slightly more ornate than it was before. Yeah, I think that'll work. So that's why I need these 1x1 bricks. That's why I need the round ones. That's why I need all of these gold plates, just so I can make that change to my train. And I think that'll make it a bit more ornate. I do have a lot more changes I want to do to this one, actually, just so we can see more into the bar, which you really, really can't see at the moment. So I'll be doing that as part of an upcoming video. But yeah, so that's why I wanted to do this package today, essentially, just to get these small gold parts and these small tan parts, because they're going to be vital to finish that build off. So yeah, that's what jumped the queue. And then in here we've got some more interesting bits. we've got a couple of these musical cymbals, which are, what are they? They're treble clefs, aren't they? Not bass clefs, they're treble clefs, yeah. So these are from the recent Troll sets, which were absolutely horrid in my opinion, but these pieces look quite nice. 41255, Pop Village Celebration was one of them from 2020. And they've got the normal sort of stud on the back. So I was thinking that if I did a music shop, or maybe if I do that vinyl record shop that I keep mentioning but don't do, everyone else seems to have done one now. So basically it won't be very new or novel when I get round to it. But that might be good for part of the sign there. Or you could just have them at jaunty angles as decor on the inside of the store even. So got two of those. We've got some of these nice sort of flower pieces, but in this light aqua colour. I think this vendor had them because they're probably part of this set actually, but I think they look really good as sort of lichen type stuff that will be under the sea. Obviously it won't be lichen if it's under the sea, but you know what I mean. Really sort of low plants on rocks. And then we've got strange, very small slip of paper that says new. Right, I've mixed them all up, don't worry. And I've got these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now these are another very odd shaped neon, trans neon green piece. And these are called weapon holder rings. And what I really like about these is they've got the sort of 3 holes and the 3 sort of bars in between. So they're quite, well, I was going to say asymmetrical. They aren't asymmetrical because they're symmetrical around that line. But, well, not by 4 or not by 2 or something like that, but by 3. And that makes it sort of that I could attach, say, a dish to here, a dish to here, and a dish to here, and make a sort of 3-pointed something. And I'm thinking that something will be under the sea again. And there's even a stud sort of there in the middle for holding on to as well. So I can use that for the middle of something very exotic as well. So you can sort of see what I mean, that if I attach one of these, I'm not sure this is going to work because it's probably going to be front stud to front stud, but no, but you see what I mean. If you start combining, say, this with this, then you could really have a very different angled plant with all sorts of weird stuff coming off it. So in this colour, which is very useful for me for my very deepest level of my undersea cabinet, it wasn't very common, but they did come in 2 sets, I think, 70595 being one of them, the Ultra Stealth Raider from 2016, where it's Master Yang's weapon. And that is a wonderful, wonderful set, actually. Not a normal everyday Stealth Raider, but an Ultra Stealth Raider. I think you'll agree. Yeah, so obviously this person had 5 of that set, or 5 of Master Yang's weapons anyway, to take apart to give me those. And then we've got a couple of these as well, which I think are for the SSP build. So yeah, that is my order. So not the biggest one ever, but a pretty interesting one, I think you'll agree, and definitely a very colourful one with these purple pipes, this wonderful Clickets bracelet that doesn't fit me, all these wonderful torso pieces, these trans neon green pieces, they're all going to make all my scenes really wonderful, but the most important ones are probably all these gold ones for my train builds that are coming up, and these very, very insignificant looking chain link pieces. Oh, and these gears. So yeah, a really good haul all in all. Good, good. What a wonderfully colourful and diverse order and haul this has become. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks very much again to Henry, Shayla and Maddie for their contribution, including the wonderful minifigures. Probably my favourite bit is this dog sign, as I'm now thinking of it. That's another job and another sort of project I have to do now. But all your pieces, I'm sure, will get wonderfully well used in the city. And then the order itself, as I say, has got so many little parts in some cases, but things that are vital for projects that are coming up in the coming weeks and months. So very happy to receive all of those, and a few that are feeding long-term addictions. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. As always, do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome Lego videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be doing a Fairground Friday, where I'm hoping to actually start installing some of the rides. I don't want to get ahead of myself and decide that we're going to do absolutely loads of them, because I don't even know what side I'm starting at or how difficult it's going to be. I think the pirate one, especially with all the sort of water section, is going to be quite tricky. And then on Monday, you'll have to let me know what you want me to do as the next Monday build. I could try and really finish off the Bugle with the minifigure placements, or maybe do more of the Flying Knotsman train. Now we've got these bits, or, well, something else perhaps. I know some of you are bored of the same odd things again and again. But whatever we get up to, we'll do another haul next Wednesday. And if you want to send me a package, you can to the usual address. But until all of that, see you! Raph.